In this video, I will show you how you can get paid for acquiring new customers for your high-ticket coaching or information product business. And this is no clickbait. This is literally exactly how a low-ticket to high-ticket Ascension works, because you're basically making your offer so valuable and putting your leads through a funnel where they purchase first, and you basically optimize for something we call a purchase campaign, that by the end, once they hit your high-ticket upsell page, okay, where you try to sell them on your high-ticket one-on-one coaching offer, done for you offer, and so on, you actually got paid for getting them there. And the reason behind that is a funnel that is called low ticket to high ticket Ascension. I will show you exactly in this video why it makes sense, okay, and what it is, okay, how to implement upsells, and then I will run you through a mock offer. Like if I would sell my low ticket to high ticket Ascension for my own licensing offer, for example, where I teach people how to scale coaching businesses. What I'm not doing, by the way, I'm not doing this kind of stuff, but if I would, here's exactly how I would do that, so you can literally copy it for your very own offer. With that being said, guys, let's go. If you don't know me, my name is Simon Asman. Everything we talk about here on this channel is scaling new coaching businesses. And I've generated nearly $500,000 now, nearly $500,000 from my clients in the information product niche, mainly with ads, okay? Mainly with paid ads. We didn't even have a creator launch. We didn't even have a creator launch of this entire sales that we've generated for our clients. So that's actually pretty insane. As you can see over here, some nice revenue dashboards from our clients right now and some campaign data that you know that I'm legit. Now, with that being said, why shouldn't you just run a webinar or a VSL funnel? Well, main reasons for running low ticket to high ticket Ascension is, first of all, the liquidation. Keep in mind that with a webinar or VSL, every dollar you invest into your ad campaign is sunk cost, okay? In a bad week, you might upfront cash and might not even be profitable because of pixel condition and lead quality. So you have a cash flow problem because you're getting paid 6, 7, 8 days after you've spent $1, and you do not know if this dollar will even get you more out, right? But this makes scaling harder because you don't get data back immediately, and you can't scale confidently investing $100,000 a week, for example, because you're not getting paid. And what happens if your pixel switches, this 100K are gone, and your entire month is ruined? So we want to have a self-liquidating offer, which is a front-end product priced to cover the cost of acquiring the customer. This is everything a low ticket Ascension is. And as you can see, when we scale with a self-liquidating offer, we scale way further and way faster than with the other offers. So as you can see, we've got a bunch of marks already in here in this doc, but I'm gonna make it really clear right now. So when we price our front-end offer at around $97, we have an upsell one with a 30% take rate at $197, upsell to $379 with a 15% take rate. Then we have a blended AOV of around $213, and the cost per purchase is just $150, for example. In Meta, could be higher, could be something like $200, but then I would get paid something like $13 because my AOV, my average order value, and this is why you need a lot of upsells, is 213, okay? And let's say my cost per purchase, I said 150, but let's say it's 200, then I would get paid around $13 per new customer that I drive to my high ticket upsell page. So this is then basically your VSL page, where you have your headline, you have your sub headline, you have your video sales letter, you have your application form, your type form, and so on, okay? So on top of that, you have a negative CPA, so you're literally getting paid, and every high ticket sale is pure profit. You have a well-optimized funnel. On top of that, you have a competitor advantage because a lot of your competitors are spending in ads for VSL funnels or for webinar funnels, where they basically optimize for something what we call schedule or complete registration or lead. But nearly no one is trying to optimize for actually purchase, meaning you have less competitors in this space because you're targeting, okay, your advertising space that you're competing in is determined by your advertising event. Now, when I'm optimizing for purchase, I would fish in a pot where I maybe have a few competitors, but when I optimize for, let's say, lead with a webinar funnel or with schedule, I would have a lot of people advertising in similar niches for these events, because nearly nobody runs low ticket to high ticket Ascensions because they seem to be complex to implement. They aren't. You just need to know how they work. And on top of that, low ticket to high ticket Ascensions leverage customer buyer psychology, because small actions commit into huge outcomes. A $97 purchase changes something in the brain, makes them commit. They're psychologically predisposed to make larger commitments, okay? So they see They buy a low ticket, then we want them to directly see the first win in the first $7. Okay, win could also be a belief shift and so on. Then we want to upsell them, make them see another win, and then basically get them to commit to the high ticket offer. We also eliminate objections with they let's say they're not sure if this high ticket offer will work with me, is one of the biggest objection, which indeed a lot of leads have. Then we instantly present them low ticket offer with a win, and they know they get wins from us. Okay, and yeah, that's actually how it works. And on top of that, exactly by optimizing for purchase, you're really going with this kind of audience where you have less competition in. Now, how does it actually work? So basically, a low ticket to high ticket ascension is based on the right offer. Okay, the right offer, the right low ticket offer should solve a fraction of a huge problem. Right? Okay. So you only want to deliver a marginal result. It shouldn't solve the entire problem. And ideally, your satiation, so basically the results that they get, it should be easy to consume, around 3 to 7 days to consume, that they instantly get a result, meaning that your upsell window doesn't close. So every product has a satiation timeline. For a low ticket timeline, ideally this timeline is something like 3 to 7 days. Otherwise, you're making upsells literally impossible. So for example, when you sell a 100-hour video course, okay, it will take them 6 months to finish it. But when you sell a 30-page PDF, for example, with a 15-minute loom, but it's actually valuable and actually value condensed, and you can do that if you structure it the right way, then what happens is that they will see a result and they will be more likely to upsell, right? You want to make sure you have the right price. You could charge low ticket offers at around $2 to $27. Why don't we want to do it? Because when you optimize your $7 offers, first of all, it will be hard to keep your margins healthy, because a $7 offer means you need a CPA of around 4%, because Meta spends a lot sometimes on different ad sets. This will be hard to realize, right? So we want to make sure our margins are better. We don't want to go with $27. We want to go with something like $97 to $197, because this way we attract higher quality leads. When we optimize for $197, our price acts as a signal, and we signal to Meta's AI that we only want people who buy for $197, meaning they will be higher quality, obviously. And long term, this low ticket to high ticket essential will be way more profitable. I generally like to go with $79 to $97. And then again, let's say, for example, when we want to come up with a deliverable right now, for me, for my mock offer, obviously what I'm teaching here on this channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, by the way, subscribe. This everything we talk about here is scaling your high ticket business. Your info offer to 6 to 7 figures a month. We're currently operating various info boss offers that are already at 6 figures a month. Okay, so we're currently generating around $400,000 a month in client revenue, and basically what we have is different parts here. Copywriting could be a part that is important to learn, pitch conditioning, ads, organic content marketing, backend automations, onboarding, sales team management, backend selling system, webinars, VSLs, emails, low ticket to high ticket ascension, email marketing, so much stuff, offer creation, ICP research. Now I could make a sub-branch that only solves the problem of ads. So I could say full ads mastery guide. It isn't the funnel, it's just the ads. Core playbook, step-by-step ad strategies, top 10 ads, free pre-flight launch checklist. And it could look like this, okay? Now, when I want to go with upsells, when we look at, for example, the logic behind an upsell is it must be logical and must make sense instead of feeling like an intentional marketing strategy. People hate that, okay? But if it makes sense and if it shows them that they can get the results, they could just pay for faster with less effort and with a higher probability of success, a fast track or a VIP upgrade actually makes sense. So, for example, in the airline, we have core, and the upsell is something like business class. Or B2B SaaS, we have core, and the upsell is something like white glove. Our live concert, we have core, and the upsell is a $400 VIP meet and greet. Car, we have core, and we have upsell as a technology package, okay? Now, for my offer, upsell number one could be something like an implementation fast track, where they get over-the-shoulder video modules off the guide that they just gave away on this offer. So they just get looms or video modules where showing exactly how to build these campaigns out that I'm theoretically handling in this playbook. They get plug-and-play targeting templates, so kind of pre-built audience frameworks. They get an ad creative model, because obviously they know now. They know how to set it up technically, but they do not know how to write copy, how to shoot it, how to edit it. And I can easily upsell this for $197 because it will deliver a lot of value, okay? Now, the next upsell could be something like VIP Accelerator, right? 4 recorded group coaching calls about content ad strategies, retargeting masterclass, pixel conditioning, financial modeling, So we're going in depth. What do they need after they actually started spending? They want us to scale, so they need a scaling playbook, an ad account audit where I show them exactly how I audit new accounts, something like an ad account checklist, a creative fatigue checklist. What happens when you scale? For these are problems that will arise after they've seen some wins with these other upsells. Okay, and then upsell number 3. This, by the way, could be look something like this. And then upsell number 3 would be the licensing program, which I would probably price for around $10,000. Then for you to start with you, then something like another mid-tier offer tier, $5,000. This would then be sold on a call. Okay, in this case, we pitch the deliverables of the done for you offer in the VSL on the upsell page for the low to high ticket Ascension, and this would have everything like offer creation, copywriting, in market VSL module, webinar module, backend ads, sales, SOPs, PDFs, prompts, one-on-one onboarding, community, special module and challenge funnel, access to my full ads webinar library that you can just copy out and literally replicate, personal DM access to me, 3 months of one-on-one consulting, then for your ads manager setup, then for your offer creation, then for your in-market avatar build, Simona AI access. So literally all the stuff over here, which would make it insanely valuable. And then when I basically want to have my upsell pages, I want to start with something like this would basically be the first sales page they'll have on for this $97 offer. Could look something like this. For online coaches, agency owners, and high-ticket businesses, I directly call up my ideal customer, learn how to scale your business reliably with ads so you never run out of high-paying customers without gambling on meta, burning money, or hiring useless agencies. And then I would have my buy now button with a discounted price, a 3-minute VSL, stuff like that. Then some deliverables, some student proof, and so on. The next upsell, like when they bought and when they hit the other page, I would say something like, you just made a great decision. You'll receive the guide via email in the next 5 minutes. Why do I say this? Because people purchased. I can't tell them something like, leave this page, don't go. They need to know that they actually made a purchase and the purchase was successful and that we didn't just vanish their money. Okay, they want to know that they actually received the guide. Why do I say in 5 minutes? That I got their attention, because this VSL will be something like a few minutes long. Then I say something like, watch the video below to learn how you can do the absolute most with the ads mastery guide that you just bought over here. Can you see how logical it is, how much sense it makes? Learn how to cut your ads implementation time in half. They have the exact same structure. Then when they buy here, I would say purchase successful. You're now implementing way faster than 99% of people. Learn what separates businesses who scale consistently from those who plateau. Watch a video to get the fastest result with what you just invested in. And once they've bought this, I would upsell them to the high ticket page. Well done, you took a great decision towards scaling your business. Watch the video where you explain exactly how to use your new guides effectively. This is then just a thank you video, okay? And then below this thank you video, and in the thank you video, I will also CTA them to scroll down. They will then find the other one, find out how to install a complete marketing system and sales system into our business with me guiding you through every step. And then I have a VSL, which is then something like 20 minutes long, and I have the growing info licensing. You don't even need the picture, it just looks sick. And then I want to have a typeform with conditional logic over here where they can then book in a call. Now, what you want to do always is you want to have your setters reach out the right way. So what happens is obviously I got people who don't buy, people who buy, people who skip or who purchase the OTO 1, people who skip or purchase OTO 2, and then people who book the call and so on. Then I want to have partial submit points on my type form. I want to send confirmation emails, upsell emails, confirmation set a call, upsell call, and so on. Now, what's very important when you setter reaches out the first time, and also with your email flows, you want to make sure your first emails are no upsell straight, or your setter isn't calling them with, yo, you just bought the offer. Are you looking to buy the other one for $400? No, you don't want to do this, okay? What you want to do is you want to present your setter as a friend, as someone who helps them achieve the best results. The setter should call them with something like, hey, Joe, I just saw you bought the ads mastery guide. You just want to tell you I'm reaching out from Simon's team. I just want to tell you it was one of the best decisions you probably made. One of the most valuable stuff we ever put together about ads. And I'm just here to help you if you've got any questions about if you've received it, to make sure you've got it, you know exactly how to use it, you can open it. And if you've got any question about this guide, feel free to reach out to me. And if you have questions, can even put you directly in contact with Simon, who can then handle your questions for you. And let me know if I can help you in any way. And by the way, in the next days, you're going to get a lot of valuable information on Meta via email okay, via SMS, and I'm probably gonna call you as well. I'm gonna call you another time in 1 week to check how your results have been with this guy. So we want to make sure you actually get the most of what you just invested your money in, because we value your money. And then when the seller calls them the second time, what he then wants to do is ask them how they found the guide. Okay, yeah, we're valuable, and then try to upsell them or try to make them book in a call, upselling them on the next OTO. Ideally, what I always recommend on the high ticket offer. So try to book them in with a call with the close. Why do we want to do this gradually? Because we don't want to burn our customers, and people hate if they just spend money and you directly dial them for an upsell. No, okay. Now, with that being said, guys, this is exactly how you can literally get paid for acquiring customers. Now, I want to tell you this, that you can literally use this method to turn $27 customers or $97 customers into $10,000 customers or even more. But results aren't typical, okay? A lot of people, low ticket to high ticket Ascension is one of the most difficult funnels to implement, because your upsells must be dialed in and your offers must be dialed in, and they must actually be valuable and get them results within a few days. If you do not have this in place, if you do not know how to upsell, if your upsells sound pushy, if they don't make sense, if your product is not good, then you won't make any money. You will scare people away, and it will be better to directly run a high ticket funnel. However, this is how you can get paid for customers. This is what we're currently implementing across one client account. And if you want to have this too, or stuff like that, or in general, just full luck. I'm not selling this licensing, but what I do is actually I'm implementing all this stuff that I just talked about here for coaching and information product offers. If you want to have this implementation for you right now, then feel free to reach out to me. It's Simon Asman on Instagram, or book in a free strategy call with me on growinginfo.com. And if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, everything we talk about here is scaling your offer, right? Everything we talk about here is scaling your offer for free. There's nothing like a licensing. Everything that I lay down here is free, okay? And if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Give a thumbs up to this video and share with someone who needs it, who needs to know about this funnel that literally can get you gain more money for acquiring new customers, which is absolutely insane. Now, with that being said, guys, take care.